welcome back to another episode of Rosengold. I'm your host, IK, and this is our lovely co-host, Dr. Ross.
Everything is everything.
Yeah, man!
Dr. Ross and I just got back from 181 Comics and Collectibles. We picked up an Owl Man statue as well as one of their business flyers. But the main reason why we went there was to meet the incredibly talented voice actress, Miss Sarah Natochenny.
She was the voice of Ash Ketchum along with many other characters in the Pokemon franchise.
You probably know me best as Ash Ketchum on Pokemon. I'm also Delia Ketchum and Staraptor and Mr. Evis.
IK and I actually grew up watching Pokemon as young as we can remember. So meeting Miss Sarah was truly an honor. We also got a photo with her. So if you go to our Instagram, rosengold.us, make sure to check that out.
Yes, sir.
And for this week, our She's Hot contest winner is none other than Miss Sarah Natochenny.
Congratulations, Miss Sarah Natochenny, on your win for the She's Hot contest.
That's right, and we were speaking about her earlier, but if you do not know, she has been with the Pokemon brands and the Pokemon TV shows for the past 17 years as the voice of Ash Ketchum.
As
the
well
main
as
Pokemon
many other Pokemon characters.
and tons of other different TV shows. For example, she was even in Yu-Gi-Oh! At one point.
If Yuya isn't decked out in green and white on the double, you'll have me seeing red. Now bust a move!
And Tokyo Revengers. So she has a big range of characters, as well as she's even been voices for video game characters.
That's
so right. It was such an honor to meet Miss Sarah Natochenny today. We're gonna put our photo with her right here, as
And
well as
we were at
getting her signature.
That's right, we were over at the 181 Comics and Collectibles, and I have to say, their store is set up to perfection.
That's
But
right.
once again, Miss Natochenny, congratulations on your win, as you're not only a 10 on the big screen, but also in person.
Can you believe that?
Safe travels back to California.
That's right, let's get into our hot topics.
Like it's hot, drop it like it's hot.
So for our first hot topic, Miss Jennifer Anderson. She looks good. Allegedly, she is saying she is happier than she has ever been.
Is it because she's not with Brad?
Oh.
But let's move back into this.
Her hair looks good. I think she might be using the rosengold Jamaican shampoo. That's why she's happier than ever. She's got clear headspace.
That's right. And she's got that look and that luster about her.
That's
And
right.
that's what we like to see here at Rosengold. Because you know, Dr. Ross, Jennifer Aniston has got all the right attributes. But recently, she hasn't been too happy, which is why I'm glad to see her back on the news and back in the outlets.
Meanwhile,
On to our next hot topic. One more thing that we want to mention about Miss Sarah. We forgot to mention it earlier, but we also got her personal signed autograph. She signed our names, Sebastian and Sienna, and she also signed her catchphrase, and then she signed her name. So it was fantastic meeting you, Miss Sarah. We look forward to working with you in the future. She currently resides in California, so IK and I will be back there soon. We look forward to making a film with you.
No cap!
Kourtney is allegedly having twins.
So, Kourtney, my only thought about this is, first, it's a little weird how you already have 3 children, and you're acting like you've never had children before, and you keep trying to push this Travis Barker thing on us, and not only that, you're acting like you've never been in a relationship before, which we know you were in a long time Scott relationship. Maybe he just, I don't know, left you in a room and now you've finally been let out. But your kids, once they come to their senses and they realize that their mother is just lost her mind, they're gonna be going around town and calling you the titty dancer.
Oh no, this can't be.
So what we have to say, respectfully, Miss Kourtney Kardashian is, sit your bitch ass down.
Why you boring me? I'm right.
Travis, exactly.
Pick up.
Travis, you have to put a leash on her. She's completely lost her mind. She should be in that new Meg movie that's coming out with Megan Fox and all the other actors, where they have that giant shark, have her swimming around in the water, and then that's the end of it. They'll have a 2-second role, but it will be...
What do you mean by that?
That's what she will want.
And you know, Dr. Ross, with this, Kourtney used to be put in the background with the whole Kardashian clan.
Oh yes,
but with all of
realized
things, with everything she's been doing now, I mean, at first it was cute, but now it's just become obnoxious, really, because it's just every single place she goes to, she's wearing a mini skirt that's up to here, and it's just it's way too
underwear out,
much.
barefoot.
And then the second thing, she makes Kim look good.
She makes everybody look good. She makes the whole. She even makes Kanye look slightly, and you can't even make Kanye look good, but it's just a slight, like Kanye's not out of his mind. Not as much.
Can you believe that?
We don't know. Maybe she might need to go to the same place that Kanye's going to.
She needs help. Speaking about movies, IK and I recently watched the Mission Impossible. This one took a long time to release. Tom Cruise kept pushing it back, but we finally saw it when it released in theaters, early premiere dates. And what did you think about it, IK? I thought it was personally really good.
I enjoyed the film. I'd give it, with Tom Cruise included, an 8 out of 10. But if Tom Cruise wasn't in it, I'd give it a 4. And the reason being is because slight aspects of the film were a little undercooked, underbaked for me. Like the sound design wasn't all there. For some of the scenes, it was just car noises and wind when it should have been the action theme going on in the back.
Yes. Like pump you up, the music, like 007.
Exactly.
Basically get you involved in the scene.
The beginning 45 minutes really could have been cut out, since it was just too much going on and on and on with nothing to it. And then
the character, the villain, they didn't really have him explained all the way. A lot of characters, I know that they're trying to save a lot for part 2, but there was a lot of characters that they did not continue their stories on. Spoiler alert, but for example, the one character where I think his name was supposed to be Lux or Luther or whatever his name was, he said that he was going to leave and go work on the AI technology, and they never went back to that. They just cut him out of the film.
That's true. And two big things that I bring up with this is they tried to make the film comedic while being way too serious with itself. Like for 007, you have to have it either comedic or serious tone. You can't have both in the same way, or then it's just going to be clashing where you don't get it right.
They took my rings, they took my Rolex.
Like for example, the few scenes where they were about to, spoiler alert once again,
Yes.
when Tom Cruise was about to jump off the cliff with the motorcycle, as we've all seen in the trailers. They made it where he backed up a little bit and said, no, I'm not going to jump off for 10 minutes straight.
He had a whole conversation about how he wasn't going to do it. If Tom Cruise, so-called, is the actor of the century, the actor that does all his own stunts, the one that is not afraid to push it to the pedal and just, do it as much as he can, then that was not the Tom that I knew. Watching that scene, usually the normal Tom would have drove straight off that cliff and just, whatever happens, happens.
That's
just
right.
Go, yeah!
Baba Booey.
You know what, speaking about action films, that's what 007 did with their No Time to Die.
Exactly.
At the end, he said, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna just blow myself up. Which, that was good. He went in there, he knew he was not gonna make it, but he still did it. And that's why we love 007.
Mission Impossible.
And then the two-parter to this, they tried to make a few of the characters more old, but didn't really follow through saying that they were older. Like at the beginning, they had a character come in and deliver Tom a message, as if this person was going to come back later on.
Exactly.
But he never built up on it. Nothing ever happened with that, or the fact that they were older in the beginning.
Now I will say, to wrap this topic up, my favorite character, and you can name your favorite character of the film, IK, my personal favorite character of the film, forgive me because I do not remember her name, she has one line in the whole entire movie, but the Asian actress was my absolute favorite actor in the film. She didn't say much, but her ending scene was absolutely breathtaking. She really stole the show with just a few words.
Oh no!
And they weren't even English, it was in French.
Exactly.
Which is a good thing. Only thing I will say is that she was kind of like a squirrel the whole way through, going, yeah.
Who's your favorite character, IK, to wrap this topic up?
I'd say the new installment, the one they're trying to say is the new Tom Cruise. She was really good. We'll put her name and photo
the
right here.
pickpocketer. We'll put the photo right here.
Only thing is that Tom Cruise was a little bit too trusting with her. That's the only thing. And speaking about women, before we wrap this topic up, we've been going on it for a while.
Yes.
It seems like every character, the guys specifically, were hitting a little too hard with the women, in my opinion.
Oh yes, they were just beating them up and dragging them all over the place.
Like with the Asian lady especially, they kind of threw her into the wall, threw her over the cliff, and then Tom Cruise hit the wall with the bat. It's a little bit interesting.
Here. Why'd you give me gloves?
To catch these hands. What?
Everything that's going on was just abuse. It is bad.
That's right. But, you know, that's what Tom Cruise intended for the film.
What you think you gonna do? Hit me? I'm literally the fastest hedgehog on the.
This must have been Tom
Our
Cruise's Katie
publicist
Holmes.
was right. This was his Katie Holmes moment.
That's right.
You know, when he was beating up all those characters, he was really envisioning Katie Holmes.
I woke up Chris Breezy.
Overall, great film. If you haven't seen it, you really should see it because it is a must-watch.
Exactly. On to our next hot topic. We have two final hot topics. For our next hot topic, we are going to speak about the strike. So, IK and I's personal opinion on this is if you are an actor, background actor, maybe crew members, maybe actors that are still trying to get your name out there, you're making a couple $100s here and there, if that. Sometimes they'll pay you $20, $50, $75,
Even
whatever.
a sandwich.
Even just pay for lunch and your credits. Then you should be standing in line with the strike. You should definitely be standing up for that. But now for the actors that are making $20 million a film, $500,000 a film, they just have money lined up. Sit down. There is no reason for you to be in the strike because you've already been taking all the roles. And if you do feel like you do want to help with the strike, pass out those roles to new up-and-coming actors. I know that's one of the reasons I am actually all for the new streaming services. Of course, yes, the streaming services are kind of making it where the theaters are not like the prevalent and it's not making the movies as popular, but streaming services have given opportunity to so many up-and-coming new actors just off of their shows and platforms alone, building their names so that they can get a little bit bigger. Just like IK and I, we have been on tons of shows. I recently was on Pen 15 with Hulu. IK was on Baskets, Shameless. So the list goes on.
And with the writer's strike, Dr. Ross and I, we are writers.
That's
and
right.
we write different films, The Personals.xyz, along with our 25 other movie scripts, because we have love for the industry, the entertainment industry, as well as the music industry. Because with all of these different things, and especially the strike, if you have made $20 million in the industry, or anything over, sit down. But if you haven't made $20 million, then you should be coming along with this strike because the strike is for you. Now, all of these different actors and entertainers, like Harrison Ford, we have, we're gonna go on Harrison Ford first. We saw him on IGN recently walking around, and he looks like a skeleton. Harrison has made
$300 million as of 2023.
We're gonna put it right here. He's made a ton of money. Harrison should be helping the others get into the entertainment industry.
Exactly.
Or helping back with others he's worked with, like Short Round, for example. He wasn't even in the new Indiana Jones, and he gave him a whole standing ovation.
Exactly. And Harrison Ford should not be the first actor of any type of strike, any type of anything for supporting more roles and more money, because every single role that Harrison Ford has played, every single character, he complains about the character, he doesn't like the character, he just always has something to complain about. So he should not be the person in any type of anything. We said it once and we said it twice. But like IK said, IK and I are writers, so we are helping make jobs. We're helping more actors get noticed.
Because we're both producers, writers, directors. We're out there trying to make more jobs for the acting community because we love our actors and actresses. We want to see them on the big screen doing big things.
That's right. Now we are on the soft money section of the acting for filmmaking, but still, we are still promoting. So if you are an actor looking for work, contact us at our Instagram, rosengold.us, or email us with business inquiries, rosengold.us@gmail.com.
That's right, and both are going to be on the screen right here and in the link in the description below. And to go more onto this, and not to be disrespectful, Harrison Ford, sit down. Robert De Niro, sit down. Al Pacino, sit down and stop having kids at 90 years old. Honestly, the kids are going to know you for about a week, because how long do you think they're going to know you for?
Boy, ain't no wait, boy. Boy, ain't no wait, boy.
For all of these different entertainers, we have to sit down because Matt Damon, everyone who's with this strike that has made the money, you're just asking for more money, which is frivolous in its own right.
Including the older lady from Fast and the Furious. She needs to sit down too, because they're just all too old. They could be giving those roles to other new up-and-coming actors that are ready and that are hungry. These are just older actors that are coming in to the set just to collect their check and then go back home.
Facts. Harrison Ford, to Rita Moreno, who is even in the latest Fast and the Furious, we hear that she's into the strike as well, possibly.
No!
We retract that statement. Miss Rita Moreno, you deserve the love. We have all love for you.
But the other actors, no. Just Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, the other older actress that was in the other Fast and the Furious, we'll put the clip right here. She is just too old. A lot of these actors, Harrison Ford, a lot of these actors are just too old for the roles, and they're blocking out the industry for new up-and-coming actors. One, this is not a new up-and-coming actor that we are going to mention, but this is one of our good friends, and she's a very seasoned actor, Miss Lunell. Miss Lunell could have replaced any of those roles that we just mentioned and made the film 1,000 times better. Miss Lunell could have replaced the character, and we respect his acting, whoever that actor is, Luther from the Mission Impossible. Miss Lunell could have replaced his character and been the hacker.
And
she would have done well.
That's right, she could have done it better, really.
Exactly. She should have been in Sherry Shepherd's place. All respect to Miss Sherry Shepherd, but Sherry Shepherd is not what I want to see when I turn on the TV. Just because, and not because Miss Sherry Shepherd is any type of way for appearance-wise, but I'm saying presentation-wise. Like, Miss Sherry Shepherd has been to jail. She's just looking for another figure every single day.
That's right.
The topics are the same topics every single day. Every guest that she brings on is their best friend, lover, every person that she sees. I mean, Miss Lunell would have brought some spice to that show, or even on Kelly and Ryan.
Come on, man. That's too easy.
Kelly and Mark, sorry.
And this goes for either way. She could have taken Kelly's spot or Mark's spot. Either one would have worked because Miss Lunell would for sure bring the comedy flair to it, which she always does.
Well, I have learned something today here on Business Beat People. I've learned that it's hard to go from here to here without proper nutrition and exercise and dedication. And I've learned those tools, and I'm gonna put those into practice. Maybe tomorrow, because right now I'm starving to death. All that work got me hungry. So I'm gonna catch y'all later.
Bring spice to the world.
And speaking about that, Miss Lunell could have even been in the new Indiana Jones.
Oh yes, she could have been.
Because with this one, Indiana has gotten so old that he has become the artifact that he's been looking for. He should just take a piece of himself and put it in the wall.
Man, can you believe it, old Nick?
Exactly, and not only that, Harrison's not even happy with the role, so...
Exactly, they, at this point, just do something like 007. Get him stuck with the poison needle and then blow him up.
And then bring Short Round back. Short Round and Miss Lunell. It could have been the perfect duo.
That would have been hilarious, and that's something I'd love to see. And, you know, they're still here and still on the spotlight, and with Dr. Ross and I as producers, writers, directors, we really can make this to fruition. But we gotta wait and see. But other than that, these were all of our thoughts on this hot topic, and we know we've been going on for quite a while, but it's just for the fact that we have so much to speak on this with
As
all
actors ourselves, we have a lot to say, and writers ourselves, because the writer's strike is also happening.
That's
we
right.
just have a lot to say about this.
Exactly, and it's the biggest one with the writers, the directors, the actors, producers.
Everyone's involved in it. Everyone that has a part in the movie making business, they're all part of it.
Damn, it's hot.
And my brother is just 16 years old. I IK and I go to the movie theater 5 days a week, no matter what country, what state, what city we're in. We always go to the movies 5 days a week, sometimes even more, sometimes even 7 times a week. So IK and I are making sure that our fellow actors are getting every single dime, every dollar, that they do deserve, putting in all the hard work that they make into these films, as well as everyone else in the film. But
that's right, and we're not saying that everyone's going to have the chance to go 5 times a week to do that, because we really love our actors and actresses, and we want to see them doing well. But again, to Al Pacino,
what are you doing?
Nothing. To Harrison Ford,
what are you doing?
To all of the actors, even the Mark, we're going to put his name right here. He's in the new Oppenheimer. What is he doing?
Matt Damon. What is he doing? Nothing.
Exactly. Which is why Dr. Ross and I have even created our own cause.
It's a non-profit organization.
That's right, with keeping students and teachers safe, because we're here to do whatever we can to help our community in whichever way we can.
IK and I have also donated our own money into this cause because we truly believe in it. We truly believe in keeping teachers and students safe. So Matt Damon, Harrison Ford, all the actors that we have mentioned time and time, this whole video, if you're complaining about where the money is going, where your money is going, put your money into something that matters. Put your money into helping other actors. So that's what we have to say. That's our 2 cents. As well as we're going to go ahead and mention give some love to some of our close friends. So as IK and I mentioned earlier, we were recently at the 181 Comics and Collections, where we picked up this amazing piece.
Owlman, the Crime Syndicate.
This, and we got it signed by Miss Sarah, our She's Hot contest winner, as well as she put a quote on there as well, her signature line, gotta catch them all.
That's right.
And if you, not just for, because I know Miss Sarah is going back home tomorrow, but for the 181 Comics and Collections, if you want any type of plushies, if you want any type of collectible items, anime figures, anything that you're looking for,
the memorabilia,
go there. And
they have it all.
They're gonna find you some good stuff.
Exactly, and make sure to go
Posters, everything.
Exactly, and make sure to go in and purchase something, as you want to show love to these guys. They've got literally everything on stock for you.
Anything you can think of anime-wise, cartoon-wise, they'll have it.
That's right. And speaking of some of our dear friends and their dear establishments, we have to mention, with this summer heat going on in Texas, Meccha Matcha. It was 117 degrees yesterday. And you know, Dr. Ross,
hot.
I went to get myself a matcha and cooled on down to 80 degrees. It was delicious. And I hear matcha's great with fats as well.
Oh yes,
it will
burn. It burns the weight immediately. It gives you energy for the rest of the day. Natural energy. It doesn't give you the jittery energy that coffee gives you. So head on down to Meccha Matcha, just like Sebastian said, and get yourself an ice cold matcha drink or a matcha ice cream.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Cool yourself off in the summer weather.
That's right, as well as Yank Apparel.
Yank Apparel.
Yank Apparel, sorry. I'm getting it confused with our Yank book. But Yank Apparel, that is if you want clothing that is fitted, comfortable, and you can go hiking with it, you can go hunting with it, you can wear it as just, IK and I are martial artists, you can wear it as some of your martial arts gear, and we're going to put the link right here for all of the companies, friends that we were talking about as well below, and we'll also put it on the screen.
That's
for
right.
Yank Apparel.
And speaking of our dear friends' establishments, we can't go by without mentioning Cat Tattoo with Miss Sherry. All of her info is going to be up here and in the link in the description below.
And side piece, Miss Sherry actually might be in our final scene of the Personals XYZ. So keep up to date with that. You can find all of our exclusive updates on that on our Instagram.
That's right. But again, if you're looking for piercings that are going to suit you and make you look devilish, Cat Tattoo is the place to go.
That's right.
And on the other hand, if you're looking for tattoos that are going to make you look like the Fiery King, Waylon's View over at Anvil Tattoo.
That's right.
Info is going to be on screen and the link in the description below. The last thing we want to give mention to is our non-profit cause. Donate. Help keep students and teachers safe.
As well as the website is Donate, Help Keep Teachers and Students Safe. As well as you can always email us and contact our business line, donate help keep teachers and students safe at gmail.com. We are raising money for all of these causes. Once again, we are raising money for mental health awareness, mental illness, getting these people help, the right type of help so that they don't harm themselves or others, as well as raising money for teachers and students to keep them safe at school.
That's right, with metal detectors and two-way mirrors.
That is right. And handheld wands for the smaller schools.
That's right, since in this day and age, as bad as it seems, we have to keep our students and teachers safe, since we can't sit idly by anymore with all of these horrific events happening.
Crime shall not be tolerated. So if you have a loved one that's a teacher, if you have a friend or family member that is a teacher, help keep them safe and help IKNI raise money to help keep them safe.
That's right, help us, help you, help the community. Now,
globally.
That's right. These were all of our hot topics for today, and we kind of made it a more stretched out, large format. Since we've been sticking with the short format recently. But make sure to stay tuned, since we're going to be coming back with you with lots of new hot topics as things are constantly developing, and there's new things going on with the Sag-Aftra case as always.
And we will always keep you guys up to date, so make sure to follow, like, subscribe, and comment down below what you thought on the hot topics for today, as well as go follow our Instagram, rosengold.us. And Ike and I are going to say much love to Miss Kylie Jenner, Miss Kourtney.
No Kourtney.
Cut out Kourtney.
We're going to take her out. She's a little bit interesting. But Miss Kim,
Miss Kourtney, cut Kourtney out.
We're going to put Kourtney out again. She's just gotten so caught up in the loop. Miss Coco and
Miss Chris, Miss Kendall.
There was another one in there.
Kourtney, no.
not Kourtney.
I don't know, man. You've been seeming sus lately.
There's another one.
Kardashian.
Exactly.
And you know, Black China recently came out and she posted where she has no filler in her face anymore, but she has filler everywhere else. And she said she's had 10 months of being sober. We don't know how true that is. As well as she said she is being enlightened by always keeping the Bible by her side.
That's right. You know, one thing I will say, right now, Rob has been relatively safe because she hasn't come after him yet.
She's been healing right now, just
we don't know.
Up.
We don't know though. Maybe she came at him behind the scenes because we know Rob likes to keep it on the low with the money business that's going on.
Well, it's because he's paying all that child support for Daydream.
Damn!
That's their daughter. It's either Daydream or Dream.
Either Clouds. Either one. At this point, the next baby's going to be Watermark. One last thing I'd like to say with the naming. You have Kim, Kourtney, Coco, Kylie, Chris, a few other ones, whichever ones I'm forgetting. And then you have Rob. Has anyone noticed that Rob is like a brick in that?
They just cut him out.
But either way, these were all of our hot topics, and we'll catch you all in the next episode of Rosengold. And once again, congratulations on your win, Miss Sarah Natoche. And for Miss Sarah Natoche, we're gonna blow out the candles for you.